Just on City, because you noticed a couple of things out there today, one of them being 𝐂𝐈𝐓𝐘 and maybe his poor positional sense, and also the fact that his tracking back as well wasn't great, and he was very casual looking. Now, I make the point that Pep Guardiola ran this very tough regime for the first number of years at Manchester City. It served him well. If he ever signed a player, they'd have to work their way into his good books. It would take maybe a season and a half before they become a regular player. When I was preparing for this game, I was looking at 𝐂𝐈𝐓𝐘, 29 appearances last season, but the first couple of seasons he was there, he was playing maybe 10 or 15 appearances in the previous two. We know Jack Grealish found it hard to get into the team. Phil Foden found it hard to become a regular starter, but he signed these new players, Nico, 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐔𝐄𝐒 and Marmoush, and they're just thrown into the starting lineup, and it's so un-Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, but that was because the team they realised that the team was failing and was past its sell-by date in many ways, that the likes of Gundogan brought back from Barcelona after a season in Barcelona, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, constant injury problems, Kyle Walker, who was left to go to Milan now, that these players just hadn't got the energy and the vibrancy that's required to play with the intensity that Pep demands. So if you've lost the number of games now, I think it's 14 out of the last 27 games in all competitions. That suggests that you've got problems, and managers are in his rights to say, right, we've just signed 3 players, we're not going to spend time working them into the team and leaving the other fella. Everybody was saying the same thing. The team needs revival, needs freshness, needs new players, needs energy, and they've given it that. Marmoush has given it that. 𝐒𝐒𝐒 is probably a bit raw, for this big stage. Gonzalez looks a bit of a player in the midfield. I bet was position today. I just thought he was a bit isolated, playing slightly leftish, with Rico Lewis as the right full back coming in to make up the other midfield player. That he seemed to get, he was left without much help in the defensive duties when De Bruyne was up the pitch, Marmoush was up the pitch, Foden was up the pitch, and Rico Lewis was caught out as well as the 2 wingers. And on that second goal, he was the wrong side of 𝐒𝐈𝐓𝐘 and didn't seem to spot the danger of 𝐒𝐈𝐓𝐘. When he initially made a run, he was offside, but he didn't make contact with the ball. He allowed Salah to come behind him and get it. Then he took up a new position. This is 𝐒𝐈𝐓𝐘 I'm talking about. So Nico Gonzalez, you could see the quality of his pass, and nice and neat and tidy, and that used to work for City. Loads of short passes until they got into the positions where they wanted all the players in the pitch, and then there'd be usually a little ball in behind the defence for someone to get onto, and then a cut back from Bernardo Silva for a goal. And we've seen those type of goals for years, different types of goals with Haaland in recent years, but they hadn't got Haaland there today.